You're born into melanin like it's a lottery prize. Except the only thing you win is generational trauma, suspicious glances, and a lifetime supply of people clutching their purses, like you're holding a machete made of stolen sneakers. You don't get a manual, you get history, heavy, bloody, and constantly denied. You grow up fast, not because you want to, but because the world insists you do. You're 6 years old and someone already calls you aggressive for raising your hand too enthusiastically. You're 10 and teachers describe you as a handful when you're just bored. Meanwhile, your white classmate throws a desk and gets labeled energetic. You? You're a problem. You learn early that black excellence isn't optional, it's survival. You can't be average. You have to be exceptional just to be treated as human. You run faster, speak clearer, smile wider, because anything less, and people start using words like threatening, or ghetto, or intimidating. And if you mess up, congratulations, you just confirmed every stereotype in the book. People don't see you. You walk into a store, and suddenly you're the unofficial suspect. You walk out, and someone's watching to make sure you didn't steal the floor tiles. You say something smart, and people act like you're the CEO of NASA. Wow, you're articulate. Do you want a cookie or just basic respect? Police don't protect you, they patrol you. Sirens aren't a sign of safety, they're a warning. You get pulled over and your heart rate doesn't rise, it skyrockets. Not because you were speeding, but because you exist. You keep your hands visible, your tone polite, your movements slow, as if you're auditioning for the role of harmless civilian number one. And even then, it might not be enough. Everyone loves black culture until it comes with black people. They want your music, your slang, your style, your dance moves, your entire aesthetic, stripped of context and sold in bulk at Urban Outfitters. But when you speak up about racism, suddenly you're too political. When you talk about your experience, why does everything have to be about race? Maybe because everything is. Dating? Oh, it's a carnival. You get people who say, I've never been with a black person before, like you're an exotic Pokemon. Others treat your existence like a fetish or an experiment. I just love your skin tone. You must be so athletic. You're not like other black people. Thanks, you racist discount romance novel. Representation. You grow up watching TV where your only options are thugs, sidekicks, and trauma flashbacks. If a black character survives more than 15 minutes in a horror movie, it's considered a plot twist. When you finally get a show or movie that shows black people just existing, critics call it niche or too urban, because apparently white teenagers battling dragons is relatable, but your actual life is too specific. Work is a circus. You have to code switch like your paycheck depends on it, because it does. You monitor every syllable like it's being graded by HR. Speak too casually, and you're unprofessional. Speak too assertively, and you're hostile. Wear your natural hair, and suddenly it's distracting. You spend your life curating an acceptable version of yourself, like a museum exhibit with Wi Fi. You're either not black enough or too black, depending on the audience. Like there's a correct dosage of your identity. Too polished, you're accused of selling out. Too raw, you're angry. You can't just be black. You have to be the right kind of black, as determined by people who still confuse cornrows with a political statement. You mention racism, and people respond like you've accused them personally. I don't see color, they say. Congrats on your visual impairment, Karen, but I do. The world certainly does. Job applications see it, loan officers see it, judges and juries and real estate agents and dating apps all definitely see it. Saying I don't see color doesn't make you woke. It makes you useless in a system built on seeing it. The education system gives you slavery in February, MLK in bullet points, and Rosa Parks as the lady who just wanted to sit. No mention of resistance, rage, or radicalism. Just sanitized history served with a side of lies. They skip over redlining, COINTELPRO, the prison pipeline, and every government program designed to ruin your neighborhood while blaming you for the debris. You don't even get clean air without a fight. Your neighborhood ends up next to landfills, power plants, or highways because zoning boards treat black lives like they're disposable. You grow up breathing toxins, drinking questionable water, and wondering why asthma runs in the family like a curse. And when you speak up, they call it complaining. But if this happened in a suburb, it'd be a national emergency. You're expected to forgive instantly. A celebrity says the N word, and suddenly everyone's wondering if you can let it go. A cop kneels on a man's neck for 9 minutes, and you're told to stay calm and peaceful. Protest peacefully? You're not doing enough. Protest loudly? You're doing too much. Riot? See, this is why we can't take you seriously. You get labeled violent just for raising your voice. Meanwhile, white kids burn couches after football games, and it's called school spirit. Even joy gets policed. You laugh too loud, it's a problem. You dress too bright, it's hood. You celebrate your culture, and someone accuses you of reverse racism. You dance, and it's copied. You protest, and it's vilified. You win, and people ask if you had an unfair advantage. You lose, and they say, well, at least you tried. There's no version of you that gets to exist without critique. Therapy? If you can find a therapist who gets you, keep them like they're made of gold. Most don't understand the weight you carry. They say things like, just don't think about race so much. That's like telling a fish not to think about water. They don't see how every part of your identity is politicized. They think your exhaustion is paranoia. They don't get that your trauma isn't a single event, it's a lifetime of microcuts. Even in death, you're dehumanized. A black victim's criminal record gets aired like a movie trailer. The media digs up your mugshot while your killer gets a high school graduation photo and a quote about loving dogs. Justice becomes a lottery you rarely win. And when you don't get it, people shrug like equality is a suggestion, not a requirement. And still, people say, it's better now. Better than what? Slavery? Segregation? Being counted as 3/5 of a person? Better doesn't mean good. Better doesn't mean just. You're not asking for perfection. You're asking for air, for safety, for the ability to exist without having to defend your humanity like it's on trial. You get told to be grateful. For what? For surviving? For enduring? You're told that racism is a thing of the past, while it's actively ruining your present. You're told that not all white people are racist, as if that erases the system that benefits them anyway. You carry joy like a rebellion. You laugh loudly because you've earned it. You build communities that thrive in spite of everything. But that doesn't mean it doesn't suck sometimes. It sucks to be seen as a threat when you're just trying to get home. It sucks to have your skin judged before your words are heard. It sucks to always be the first, the only, the exception. It sucks to be black sometimes, not because blackness is broken, but because the world is. And still, you show up, you shine, you survive, you create magic out of pressure. That's not weakness, that's power disguised as pain.